ready when you guys are.
Alright, why is
Do we
it
have boss?
can't? There we go.
We do. Okay.
Okay. Stream's up.
You with us, boss?
Going into D&D Beyond now. Well, as soon as this goes, I'd actually like to ask the gold something. The gold something.
Maybe we should do a recap first.
Oh yeah, maybe.
Yes, we'll do a recap. Are you ready, Step?
Yeah.
Okay, so last time on Canine Mayhem, Boslam was we left Boslam barking at the door of Gerard's Jewelers, and where you guys had just traded the gems that you looted from the pirates in your recent reasonable salvage, and I guess and Boslam's motivation was thinking that Eddie. Eddie's character was fond of at least the one gem that we know of, the black diamond, and for economic purposes, was trying to barge his way into the door. A quick reminder that there were two guards, one stationed on either side of the door of the entrance that he's barking at, and the last interaction you had was Eddie, your character, being told to control your dog by the guard, or he would call animal control. And
Can I ask him a couple things, if that's okay? Once you're done explaining things.
yes, and those pictures I sent you, if you want to show your chat or your viewers, Steppy,
Yeah.
the burly guy, he also has that same sort of hat and uniform, but everything else on him, like, you know, the large
At least they don't
rippling muscles.
At least they aren't businessmen like that asshole who's being mean to my friends. But it is what it is. He did give me a
Yes,
decent deal.
but they clearly work for the guy, or at least for the business.
Yeah, I know. I don't even know he wants to steal things. I'm just like, I don't know what's going on, but he has a plan, and I have no clue.
Okay, so what do you want to? You said you wanted to say something to the guards.
I say, what is your opinion on that colorful owner in there?
Okay. Boslam, are you still barking at the door?
No, I stopped.
You stop. Okay. And so, as you ask that, the guard kind of on the wall behind him kind of bangs his fist audibly a couple of times, and he answers your question. He's like, "It pays the bills, mate. I don't really care for him one way or another."
And everyone here has a stick up their ass, correct? Like,
Well, I
I'm
could
just
tell
saying,
by
like, it is like, and I'm
yeah, I
wearing,
could tell by
like,
the way
like
you
I
look
look like
in.
one of them.
Yeah. So he kind of looks at you, with not a bit of a knowing look, still a bit apathetic. He's on the clock, but his attitude is a little bit more laid back for sure than the others, and he points over at the box that you carried out, and he's like, "Yeah, in this part of town, carrying that much money, you'll be fine, but looks like you lot would have a little bit better time on the seedier side of town. Maybe you'd fit in a bit better. That's where I'm from."
Oh, so this town isn't just full of these kind of people.
Over here on the upper side, you certainly get this type, but There's some more down-to-earth folks on the other side of the city.
I wonder if we could afford a magic item. No, probably not with 10k. Actually, there's a couple of magic
Um,
items with 10k, but...
Roll a history check for me, and I'll tell you what you know about magic items.
All I know, like, as a DM, all I know is that they're goddamn expensive.
Mm-hmm.
History. Find it. There we go. Normally, I will think my dice, but Beyond is a little bit more trustworthy. I should probably log in to Roll20.
This is what you guys see, by the way.
I see
This
a
is
white
the
screen.
area.
That's a big
White
sword he
screen.
has. That's interesting weapon. I probably don't know anything. I got a 9.
Ah, there we go. It's loading in.
Okay.
I don't think I know very much. I got a 9.
So you got a 9. Okay, so you have like general information. You've seen a few magic stores at your time at the guild,
Oh.
and being familiar with the few things that you could probably have afforded at the guild. You know that 10,000 gold is a lot. It would buy you something very rare, very valuable. Specifically, you don't know, but you know that there's goods to be had for that price.
Well, first I turn to the people and I say, well, we gotta split our spoils of war.
All right, how do you guys respond to that?
Maybe we should look into repairs for our airship first. And maybe some fuel or something. And then split.
Yeah, let's that.
That was in
you-
character, by the way.
One of
Be
you
interested
might
in-
remember.
Oh.
One of you might remember among the three of you. Most likely you, Eddie, that they did mention they would be maintaining the ship while you guys were gone. So there is probably additional fees to be,
I relay that
discussed
to them,
with them.
then.
But you can certainly divide the money.
All my character be interested in probably is just going to a magic store and seeing if there's any magical enchantments that he can put onto his guitar. See if he can stack anything on it. Make it look better or something.
Mm-hmm. Well, you don't have a ton of direction. You don't know where you are. You've only ever been to this place, any one of
I
you,
mean, we got a
in
couple
this
of
town.
people who don't hate us in front of us, so...
You got one person. You guys are on the outside of the store now.
I also
I'd like
want
to
to search
ask
for
this
a
man if he knows...
cryptographer.
Sorry, what was that?
We can...
I also want to search
want
for a
to-
cryptographer
Okay.
for the map.
All right. So do you say that out loud, Stappy? that in character?
Maybe not like that, but I mean, I'm guessing Eddie's character is talking about a magical item and going to some kind of store or something at this point. Maybe, I don't know.
I mean, I was thinking
Yeah.
about
Did
it.
you want to talk to the? Did you want to talk to the guard about that?
That's a good idea.
Yeah, I
I'd
asked
like
the
to
guard
see-
if he knows about
crazy
any
story to tell. This
cryptographers.
is actually my 1st of July. First,
Okay, so he points just down the street and
Hey, Bok Choy,
gestures
welcome.
to a little kind of a nook in this this district here that would be probably just under where that red flag is, and it has like a little globe next to the sign there, and he says they will certainly give you a good quality map if you're looking for that. Probably take them a couple months to do it, and it'll probably cost you more gold than you care to let go of. If you go down to the lower side of town, you can get something done cheaper, faster,
She's a
a
great
little less
person.
pretty.
Mouse is amazing.
And they're really good at playing with your heart.
Is there any place where...
Aren't all
Where's the nearest
Australians?
magic shop?
Aren't
You
all
happen to know
Australians
that?
have accent? Oh god. Oh.
Exactly.
Lots of shops over here. Again,
The guys over there, like,
it'll
fuck,
cost you in this
okay.
district,
Isn't Australia?
but some of the rarer items would be located here. What are you looking for?
Well, I don't know a ton about magic, and I just care to make my, I show him my very fancy contraption. I want to make this look a little nicer. I don't know if magic can do that, but I'm sure there's something that can be done with it.
Okay, and in this case, he points to these strange gears on the left side of the image, and there's a door just underneath the guardrail there that you see in the center of the foreground, and he says right next door here is some artificer's studio.
Oh my god,
They could
thank you
probably
for
do
the
something like
subscription,
that.
I'm not dead yet. How are you
Is there
doing
an
today?
artificer in
And
your
10 months
district by
already,
any
god
chance?
damn.
Plenty, but the materials they use and
The honey.
the quality of their work
Why is it playing
won't be as
sound now?
pretty.
I don't need the biofuel.
What the fuck?
I see.
I have no idea.
More
what
function
sometimes
than
it plays
form on the
and
lower
why
side, and
sometimes
more
it doesn't.
form than
But yeah,
function up
welcome.
here.
How are you doing today?
Well, I mean, I guess so. I should probably speak around everywhere if I want to get a full opinion, though.
Oh yeah, if we're going to a magic shop, I have that magical stone that I want to get looked at anyway.
Mm-hmm.
You know, is an artificial in a magical shop? Actually, that's a good question. And where's my guitar? Like, where's
The
my
majority of
actual
what an
guitar in
artificer
it? Like,
deals in is weapons.
Yeah, creation and just making stuff. For example, one of the main
Exactly.
artificial things is you can make cannons. But do you happen to have the photo of the guitar we chose?
It's been going good. I got a 3D printer, which I'm starting to figure out. So yeah, it's going pretty good.
I can try to find it and
Look in our messages. It would have been in there.
Yeah.
Not offhand, but it's got to be in there somewhere.
So we chose the one with the more gears and stuff that looks slightly more like an electric guitar because of the shape.
Oh,
Because that's
okay,
what
I
you
see.
said.
Here, I'll...
Which one? Both of them look. I guess maybe the more steampunk looking one, which is triangular.
I want to print a mask
more
for
looking
the
like a
character that I'm
Stratocaster.
playing in this, so I can actually wear it. Might you
Yeah,
end up
either-
using a
either
of
webcam while
those.
wearing it, but I'm not sure.
Either of them?
But I still
to
have
you.
to figure stuff out.
Yeah,
Well, then
whatever.
I'm gonna choose the
That's
one-
just the vibe that I was going for.
Oh, well then I'm gonna choose the one that looks closer to my guitar then, which is this one, because it has the general shape of a Stratocaster. And,
Okay.
you know, more stereotypical electric guitars, but I just say Stratocaster because it's what I have. Do you want me to post it? What do you want me?
Yeah, post
do you want
in
me to
the
just post it in,
wherever
in
Stappy can get to it.
It doesn't matter, to be honest. Pictures doesn't matter.
Alright.
It's just a call. Because if we're in a
Oh,
group, the call is happening like up top with circles, and if we're in the server, I can
Yeah.
click on the actual like
Mm.
channel, and it's like the big squares.
Do you want me to
That makes
post
sense.
it on Team A? Or what's Team A used for?
You can put in all chat. Anywhere is fine.
Okay, I'll put it in all chat.
Just
I
so
want-
long as-
the reason why I wanted to put it
Yeah.
in, I wanted to put it in Team A because it's not used as much and it's part of me. And I'm in
Yeah, that's
Team A,
fine too. That's
so I
fine.
don't know what.
You can
Yeah,
put it
because all chat will
anywhere,
get
doesn't
crowded
bother me.
real quick.
True.
Holy shit! Wait, so that's your new guitar in game?
Yeah, that's my in-game guitar.
Current guitar.
Oh, current
Current
guitar.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Damn,
it could be flashier.
it couldn't.
It always
I
could be
like how it has
flashier.
It just has a big gem in it. Maybe the gem could be like glowing or something. You never know. My character is way too goddamn egotistical to not have something the best, I guess. I'm not sure how he is yet. I think I'm gonna play him as more of a punk, except I'm more of a fantasy punk, if that makes sense, right?
Yeah.
Like, he's
Well,
definitely gonna
so
do things
what do you
good,
guys
but
want
he's
to do?
gonna give you hell while he does it.
Wait, so
Fair
were we
enough.
pointed to a
Well, what's your
magical
guys'
shop?
plan?
Were we pointed to a magical
Yes,
shop?
you were pointed to, well, specifically an artificer he mentioned. But do you want to? Let's assume you asked him about the magical shop too, referring to the gem. He says, well, if you're looking for appraisal, if you want to know what it is or how much it costs, Matilda's is probably the best bet, and that's here locally on the upper side. Matilda comes at a heftier price, but she's the only one here I know that really knows her stuff.
Wasn't the man in there like pretty fat or pretty bally, did you say? In the shop that I was in?
Uh, the owner or proprietor,
Yeah.
Gerald. Yes,
I want to ask, so does
he
the
was.
big fat man in there, does he what's his big deal with the whole magical gems? Because he tried to avoid that thing like it was some type of poison.
He points to a little emblem on the door, engraved in the glass, among two or three others. And he said that means no magic in the store. Most of the places around here are like that.
No
wily
magic.
casters and all that.
I just kind of laugh. No magic. Like I've
Is
shown
what it
him my
is, he
guitar.
says.
I'm still holding my guitar and I say, well, he must not have a very good sense of magic then, does he?
Anything benign will get through the door, no problem. But if he sees something that's a little more ominous or harder to recognize, he certainly butts it out the door.
I'm just surprised he didn't let me out the door with my guitar. But it is what it is, I suppose.
Can I show him my family emblem and see if he's ever found or has ever seen anything like it?
Yes, you can. Are you showing him the necklace or the staff?
Kind of both. Just like
Okay.
showing it and what looks best to him.
He gives it a good look, and he says, I can't say specifically if I know or not. It looks familiar, but a lot of these crests look the same to me. What's it from?
It's my family crest. Do you have any idea where you could have seen it?
Oh, well, if it's a dragonborn, I can't say that I have. Most of the noble families here that would carry a crest to their name, they're mostly human. Quite a few elves and dwarves, but can't say I'd ever seen a dragonborn royal family around here. What do you guys want to do?
I mean, my character just wants to see about this artificial man.
Okay.
But
Boston, you've been quiet. Do you have anything to add or anything you want to do?
yeah.
Not really.
Okay.
Should we stock up on potions
All
again?
right. Probably always a good
Potions
idea.
Yeah, potions are only good for stabilizing, though.
Didn't you use all of yours?
Yeah, to stabilize. I used all mine to stabilize.
Yeah, exactly. So maybe we should get some more.
Yeah. Because normal potions do almost no healing, but they're still good to have on hand.
I mean, I have 2.
Well, you can afford many more now.
Oh, whoops. I don't know what I rolled, but I accidentally rolled something. I'm sure it's fine now.
I mean, I have 2 components for greater healing. But of course, I still
wow.
gotta make it.
Okay.
So
Right.
maybe it's best if we go get some actual potions.
Oh, I accidentally rolled my breath weapon. Okay, no, I don't think I want to do that. I don't think I want to do that, at least. Why it's rolling again? I guess I'm doing
Okay,
it.
I
I guess
asked the
D&D
guard if
Beyond
he
is
knows
fun.
any good potion shops.
He says, "Oh, okay. If you want potions, I would recommend going down to the lower side of the city for sure. However, there are some really rare and expensive ones. I think it's just 2 blocks down the way, on the left there. But you can get a pretty good variety, and they pack a punch on the lower side."
Maybe we should go drop off our gold and see about going to the lower side.
So let me give you a list of options here.
Thanks, out.
He mentioned the Artificer, which is right across the street. He mentioned the
Oh, wow.
cryptographer, whatever it
Holy
is,
shit,
and
harpies.
the
Yeah.
Oh, he
Matilda.
stays. Yes!
For,
Oh my god, someone clip that, please. Please come to my
magical
and clip
items,
the
and
fact
those
that
are
I
all on the
stumbled
upper side,
upon
which is where you are
Kimiko.
now.
I was like, there's a lot of harpies. It's
The
like,
ship is at the port, which is just across the bridge, and then the lower side is a completely other part of the city. So
Do
Put
we
away all
need
money, then
to
we
take?
won't have all money. Like, if we put away all money, then how are we
also
supposed
true.
to buy stuff
Do we need to
without
bring the
all money?
ship to the lower side to go to the lower side, or is there some other way of getting to the
No,
lower
we
side?
should be able to walk there, shouldn't we? Like, it's a city.
Yes, there's a number of ways to travel through the city. You
Like,
can take
people made to walk
like
in,
a
weren't
Zeppelin ferry to ride around the farther areas. If it's along the channel, you can take a boat. You can even hire, cart and horses, but you can walk to most of these places
they?
as well.
Do you want to hear one stupid magical item idea that I can give you for free? That I heard in a D&D meme thing. I think on D&D meme
Well,
subreddit.
how about you message that to me so we don't detract from where we're going now?
Okay.
Because
this
I just
is
want to make sure you
dumb and
guys know.
Yeah.
Perfect. I am
I'm
interested,
fine with
but
whatever.
send it to me. So what do you guys want to do? Let's make your come up with a direction. Where are you headed?
If we go to the lower side, I think we should definitely drop off at least some of our 10,000 gold at our ship.
Yeah, I agree with Steppy.
So as he sees you kind of going back and forth, indecisive, he says, "Do you guys want a guide? I could recommend somebody."
How much would that cost?
Well, my good friend.
We could always just split up. We could always just split up, and each person could go to what shop they want because every single person wants to go to a completely different shop.
That is true. He
And we
says
could just split
though.
the gold evenly and go shopping.
So the guard says my good friend Addie is in town from the front lines. She just got on leave. I don't know if that's. I think she'd probably do it for a couple gold pieces for the day, anyway.
Oh yeah, should we maybe find a quest board? We don't have any quests anymore.
My character is just looking at the coins in the chest. Just He's open. He's already opened it up, and he's just looking at it, seeing if he can like try to count. See if he can count the 10,000. Can't be gypped.
All right. So, what do you guys want to do? I want to get you moving along so that we have something to do.
I mean, we could just, like I said, do you think it would be smart just to have people all go their separate ways and go to all the shops, splitting the time and
I
being
mean,
more
I'm good
efficient?
going
That's
to
up to
any
you.
shop. I need to go to most of them that we would want to go to anyway, so...
I guess my character just says we could just split up and go on a shopping trip today.
You can split up, or you can go to the places that are close by together. Whatever you, I mean, it's up to you guys. I'm not trying to force you to do anything, but I want to give you, you know, the time that we have to do something.
Well, exactly. To me, it doesn't matter because any shop that we go to is a shop that I want to go to. So.
All right. Do you want me to decide for you? Is that what you want?
Well, no, I don't know.
I know what my character wants, but I'm just trying to see if everybody's in agreement. Because my character is only interested in one place. Like, he really doesn't care about the other places, is why, and I'm just trying to, you know.
JP, is there like a weapons store that we can go to like...
The Artificer, the one that he mentioned right across the street.
That would make
that's
weapons,
where you want to go for a nice weapon, yeah.
Yeah, I want to get this.
Okay. So that's 2 votes for the Artificers just across the street.
Okay.
No.
Alright. Is that what you guys want to do?
Yeah.
We can head there.
There you go. I just posted it in your DMs. It is a stupid idea. I'm sorry, but it's amazing and at the same time. It's a type of cursed item that is amazing.
Okay. I will take a look at that after the session. Unless that's something you wanted to be part of the session. Is that why you're sending it to me?
I mean, if you
Just
have a
wanted to get an
magical
idea.
shop, in fact, an artificer would probably actually have something like that they just wouldn't want. Because it's,
Alright,
know,
I'll take a look at it.
it's like literally 3 words. Well, not 3 words, but 3 lines.
Also, JP,
Okay.
like in the town, is it possible? Is there like, I don't know, like weapon enchanting? I don't know if that's a thing in the D&D universe.
Yes. Yes and no.
I don't
Most
even know
likely
how
you're
he
going
talked,
to
but
find...
it was that's all.
Most likely, to answer your question, Boslam, you'll be finding items that are already enchanted, right? Magic items. But
Yeah.
under the right circumstances, yes, you could find a way to enchant items.
Okay, but not currently in the town that we're in. I assume.
Absolutely in the town that you're in. So in the place that you're in now, this is one of the biggest cities in the Metropolis area. Anything in D&D that you want, you can find here.
So after we go to the Artificer, can we go to like an enchanting shop? Is that what it's called?
Yes. Magic
there-
item
is
shop
there just,
is
like, a
usually
road-
how people say it, but yeah.
Yeah.
Is
magic
there
item.
just like a road like the Champs-Elysees in Paris? Is there something like that with like everything?
This is that. This is that. That's where you
mall.
are.
This town
No,
is like
Champs-Elysees
one giant
is
mall
like
of this
an-
city.
Well, this section of the city is a shopping district, and the highest end. Yeah, that's exactly what I would compare it to. Stappy is the Champs-Elysees in France.
Did we split the gold pieces out, did we?
Yeah, we should probably split them.
Probably, maybe.
Go our separate ways and regroup later. After.
Yeah,
we
that
get-
was my whole plan. I was trying to put up, but nobody wanted to do it.
Oh,
Well, everybody was still indecisive.
Also, maybe we should finally buy a weapon for Boblin. Or at least
But
a
that
training
would
one.
put Boblin in
Okay,
danger.
so
That would put Boblin in danger. We
why
can't do
don't
that,
you
can
all?
we? Is Boblin
You
gonna fight?
certainly can. It's up to you guys. But she's already been fighting occasionally, scrapping with
She
little
has?
animals and things that she finds. But the let's make a decision of one place you all go together. Do you want to go to the artificer's shop together
I think the
before you split
Artificer
up?
is where we
Because
all
it's
wanna
literally right across the street.
I think that's one where we all want to go.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, let's
All
do
right. So we are going to the artificer's shop.
Yes, I'm holding the giant chest of gold. I'm just gonna bring that in the artificial shop.
Yeah, it's a good heft and weight, but it's like, you know, no bigger than like a large backpack size full. And it's heavy.
Too bad it doesn't have straps so I could hold it on my
All right.
back.
So,
Shit. Drop my headphones. Ah.
this is what you boys see. There is no proper label on the door. But as you walk in, it looks
Wait, did you guys back?
like
is the
just as
background
nice,
supposed to
fancy,
change?
and elaborate.
Was the background supposed to change
Which background?
on roll 20?
No, I didn't have that set up, so I just sent you the image. I'm at the limit on the Roll20 images, so I didn't realize that. I have to keep deleting them.
Is that from like
When
one
they're-
of those find disc games?
It might be. Let me see.
It's a nice place, but it doesn't. But maybe the person who owns it isn't as much of a stickler.
Shops of Bavaria from the GM binder. Not necessarily from a game. But, yes. So,
I would like to make sure my hat is on the most neat way as I walk in, because I'm trying to get my mind
Okay.
mentally prepared for what I'm about to do.
Oh wait, also JP, I'm no longer the dog, right? I changed that. Or, well, I
would you
changed-
like to?
Yeah. I'll do
You
that.
gotta let me know those. Yeah, absolutely you can. Just let me know, because I don't know.
Okay. So I changed back.
Okay. Alright, so before you walked in, you changed back into your typical frog-like self. And
How are
so
the people behaving in the store?
the shop is empty at the moment. You walk in, and after maybe a good minute goes by as you take the sight in of all the shops and kind of meander inward, a Warforged in pretty modest clothing compared to the rest of the place outside, but still
I just
very nice
sigh.
fabric, just a lot more simple. And he walks up to you and greets you with a low bow, and that's all.
Okay,
Is
I
this
withdraw my sigh.
Is this a place where magic would be a thing or no?
Artificers are very magical, yes. They create things.
So would I be
They-
able to get them to look at the stone?
I mean, an
You
artificer
can
might
ask
have the
him.
magical capability to do that. They all kind of a mage class in a way.
Well, then I ask if he can look at the stone and tell me if he knows anything about it.
Okay.
And what does this Warforged look like?
Um,
Because the Warforged could look like
I
a
will
lot
give
of
you.
things, can't they?
Yes, I will give you a image.
They could even look like a
1 second.
gentleman if they wanted to.
Yes, they are. They come in every shape and size, and in this case, and they don't
What is he
often
made
wear
out of?
clothing.
Is he made out of metal or wood?
It appears to be something resembling metal, but maybe not quite like what you've seen before.
I'm holding back my temptation not to knock on his head to see if it's hollow or if it's metal. I'm holding back.
But yeah, I asked him, assuming that he's the storekeeper, if he knows anything about the stone.
Okay. So he takes the stone from you, kind of very surprisingly gently, but like very robotic and precise movements. And he stares at it without saying anything, and an uncomfortable minute of silence goes by before he hands the gem back to you. And he says, I cannot identify this.
Okay, no. Well. Ah, shit! I forgot to do something. I forgot to do my spells. Is there gonna be combat today?
There might be, depending on what you guys do, but there's no need for combat today.
Okay.
Let's put it like that.
D&D spells take only about 2 seconds to set up, though, at least. So
Well, yeah,
pretty
but I want to
simple.
see what spells do.
Oh, yeah, this is your first time, isn't it?
Speaking of, I haven't said this on stream, but I got to level 3 just suddenly, like, hey, JP just told me that I was level 3, so yeah.
Oh, you're
Yes,
level 2.
3 of you are... No. Yes, actually, I did not get the chance. I had a busier week than I thought I would. All 3 of you have leveled up to level 3.
Ooh.
And we don't have to deal with
Does that
that
mean-
now, but we will next time.
I'm doing that right now.
by the
actually,
next time-
while we got downtime
and
stuff is
by-
going on. Bard
Okay,
College. I went to
um,
College of Law.
Okay, but
Oh,
let's not
expertise,
detract
that's
from
not-
what we're doing now.
Wait,
Oh,
David,
okay.
just a quick question. What does being level 3
Yep.
mean?
It gives you a lot of...
So you level up, and most characters at level 3 get a pretty good power spike. So for you, a druid, that might mean more magic, more spell slots, and so on. But specifically, I don't know. We'll have to look it up, and we'll do that.
Oh,
You know what,
no.
Austin, if you don't mind, let's focus on the session now, and we'll work
Oh, I'm
on the
already level
levels.
3. It only takes me
Okay,
about
perfect.
2 seconds
And
to
just-
do this stuff.
Okay, all right, but just
I'm-
like let's maintain focus on the session.
Okay.
I'm sorry.
I'm sorry, I just have cutting
No worries,
wood,
no worries.
which is going to screw over literally everything you have planned. Hopefully. Cutting
Perfect.
woods is
That's a good
pretty
thing.
powerful. Because basically, say you have an enemy and it does literally anything. Say it goes to attack, I can be like, actually no, I'm gonna roll a d8 and subtract from that. It's like, no, you don't hit me in fact.
All right.
That's what it does. As a
Okay, what
reaction.
kind of stuff can I see in the store?
Okay. So, all right. So on display, there is a elaborately carved and intricately, like beautifully made crossbow with a strange-looking array of bolts. There are several melee weapons, including a mace and some short swords, long swords, and daggers and things like that. There's actually an array of potions behind on the back wall, but they're all in a glass case. No two look alike. They all look very different colors, different shapes of bottles, and so on. And there is a large shield that doesn't look like any of you could carry it in the back. And there are some very to the 3 of you who don't have a ton of experience in larger cities like this, they look very foreign. Different mechanical looking items with brass gears and steel caps and things that look like they could affix to armor. or to your fists, things like that.
Hell
Like
are those things?
you would have to ask if you want more specific information.
What the hell are those things?
um, the
I pointed in real
Warforged.
life, but
Mhm.
what? Like my character just
So the
lost his
Warforged kind of like
gentlemanlyhood, and he just says, "What?"
so the Warforged kind of reacts in like the most expressionless way possible, but he almost looks excited, right? Like suddenly he stands up
No.
a centimeter taller, and he's like, "Yes, these are my creations."
I asked him, what
What
can you
do-
tell me about this crossbow?
Okay, and to that he says, "This is a very fine steel-made crossbow. The ammunition is all categorized into a +3 ammunition. It is forged from the finest materials."
Can I like show him my crossbow and like ask like would there be an upgrade to this? Mind you that the crossbow that I have, I just found it in a cave with my family crest on it.
He takes it and looks at it, and a good silent 30 seconds go by as he just stares at it without moving the item. He says, "Yes, this crossbow that I have made would be a distinct advantage over this one here."
How much will it set me back?
"It will only set you forward."
I meant, how much does it cost?
"Yes, it costs 450 gold pieces."
That's not as bad as I thought. Dude, are the
Can I
bolts
ask him
included in that
What
price?
are these?
Yes, there are 3 +3 category ammunition crossbow bolts with accompanying tips, each for a significantly specific purpose. It comes with 3, and that is all.
So you mean to
That's
say
powerful.
that I can get a crossbow with trip arrows?
One will trip your enemies. Yes.
I want to show him one of the crossbow bolts that I use for my normal one. Can I also use these for it?
You can. However, it will not provide the same damage.
Okay. I kind of like look towards Eddie and like ask like, "Hey, can I get money out of her chest for this?"
Yeah, as far as I see, you still have a lot left in your cut. I set the chest down on the ground finally, and kind of just holding it, and I say, yeah, go ahead, take enough for the crossbow.
Yeah, so I buy the crossbow then.
Okay.
I am curious what
One
these
second.
weird
Yeah, go ahead, sir.
my thing. And I just wanted to ask him,
You-
so what are these contraptions?
So after he packages up and hands you the crossbow and the 3 arrows, he turns to you, Eddie, and says, "These are ammunition and armor and weapon augmentations of my own design."
Armor augmentations.
Are you wearing armor?
That is correct.
I think I am.
Don't try. I don't.
Who, me? Who are you asking?
No, Eddie. Do you
Eddie?
wear armor? I don't think Dragonborns end up wearing armor, do they?
I'm wearing leather. I'm wearing leather armor.
Oh. Yeah, I'm just wearing like normal clothes.
I'm actually wearing full leather armor.
Huh. Alright.
And is the weapon augmentations?
There are, yes, a number of weapon augmentations.
I put down my 2 short swords. I take off my leather armor, which is under my like Colovian short. So I basically undress for a second just so I can get my armor off. And then I
Okay.
put on my short, of course. Like nice Colovian short or whatever it is. Nice red.
Mm-hmm.
And I basically take all of my stuff, including my guitar, and try to put it on the table and I say, "Can you make these look nicer than they already are?" And I'm thinking about those upgrades.
I can indeed. The swords can be carved with elaborate ornamentation. The leather
And the
armor,
cost?
I can add studs to it. I can do a number of things if you'd like. Each will cost you depending on how much work you would like done and what sort of
I
benefits you prefer.
I say the max I will go is 1000 GP for everything when it comes to all the augmentations and designs.
Very well. Do you have any preference for these things?
The electric guitar, maybe you can make the gem shine a little more.
Certainly.
And what else do I see about it that could be slightly altered in my character's mind? I say to be careful with it because it is highly magical in nature.
Of course. I take the greatest care with all of my creations.
By the way, did he ever explain to me, now that I bought it, what the bolts do?
He gave you a few choices. So I wanted to give you the option to decide that for yourself. There are a few options. Give me 1 second to bring up the list.
Maybe we can do... If there's not gonna be any combat, maybe we should do this long off the session.
Yeah, we can do that after the fact. So I'll give you a few choices off camera, outside of the session. Among them, there are fire arrows, ice arrows, a bolo arrow, which is the one that he said would trip your enemy, and some things like that. Kind of,
Bolo.
yeah, stuff like
And
that. So
it's one of each, then, I'm guessing.
you get 3, unless you want to
3
spend
of
more.
each.
But no, 1 of each, and you have 3 to choose.
Ah. Okay. Well, anyway, that's for after the stream.
Give me. Yep.
GP help?
All right.
I would like to ask what these
ahead,
weapon
boss.
and armor augmented. Oh, sorry.
No, you can go ahead.
No worries.
I'll say after.
Oh, okay. Because I was just gonna ask him what the augmentations do, like the weapon and armor augmentations. What do they necessarily do?
Well, he asked you what you would want them to do. In terms of mechanics, for the armor, for example, and for the weapons, you can get a +1 or a +2, depending on what you want to do. And then for each one, for 1000 GP, we can do like one minor, one like common feature. We can kind of homebrew it. But if you want, we can
What
pick something out of the.
I'm just curious, what can he do for them? Like,
What
I
can
asked
he
him,
do?
what are a recommendation for a couple of adventurers?
For the armor, I can add studs to your existing leather piece.
Gonna be right back.
For
I'm gonna
the
get
weapons?
something to drink.
Okay. For the weapons, we can make them stronger and do more damage.
I asked him, would there be any augmentations that would allow me to use my breath weapon more effectively with my weapons?
Certainly. What is your breath weapon?
Acid.
Certainly. We can use
I may
acid.
I may end up corroding my weapon if I try to use it on anything. Is there any way I could give my weapons an edge temporarily?
Yes, of course. We can make them immune to your breath weapon.
And any way to make it so that they could be coated
Okay,
for
I'm back.
temporary damage.
Yes. We can augment the damage, and we can make it compatible with your breath weapon. And in terms of mechanics, it'll be like a +1 or a +2 to the swords, depending on what you want to do specifically.
Oh,
And we can do
that's
that,
good.
you know. Yeah, we can do that off
Wait, hold.
out of session.
Hold on. Is this something where you can like use your breath weapon on it and it deals more damage?
That's kind of what we're trying to do.
Um,
My weapon, it looks like, or at least with augmentations
yeah.
still happening with it.
So anything you guys want to like customize or homebrew a little bit with the weapons, I'm willing to work with you on. So we'll just have to kind of come up with an idea of exactly what that'll look like. All that he can do for you, just in terms of mechanics, is +1 or +2 on any of these items. And ammunition, you can find some among like the crossbow bolts. There's +3, but
For the crossbow bolts, let's just
Mhm.
say that I buy 2, or buy additionally to the 3 I've got. I want to buy 2 of each of the types as well.
okay, so there's 5, and actually
No.
the
I
arrows
mean
are
the types
more
the types that I end up choosing. So I would have 6
Okay.
with, what is it?
Okay.
Couple extra.
You want 6 total arrows.
Wait, no. I want 6 in
Nope.
addition to the ones I get with the purchase.
Gotcha. So each arrow is going to be 200 GP for the +3 arrow.
Okay, never mind.
No, we can afford
You
it.
can-
we
you
got
can
like
buy
10,
them.
We got like
Well,
we
yeah.
got like around like 8,000 something GP left. We got
Yeah.
a lot of money.
Wait, so the ones that came with it are 3 + 3 arrows,
Correct.
and it's 200 per extra.
Correct.
Alright, just continue with 80s and I'll think about it.
Okay. So specifically, whatever the augments will be, Eddie, we can work
That's-
together outside of the
That's an
session.
insane looking blade.
Which one?
I was just looking up short swords and this is what I found. Or short swords fantasy.
Alright.
I just found this, which looks insane, and it looks, yeah.
Wait, no.
Ooh, cool. Yeah,
Add a
we
bit
can
more
make it look
flair
like that
to
if you
that,
want.
and that would definitely fit your character.
Well, that has a dragon with pile going out of it, which is close, but not quite.
Well, we can make it look like something like that if you want. That is not a problem.
By
Oh,
the
I
way,
was just
is
looking
anybody
because
keeping
I was
track of
gonna-
our money?
I was about to, but
You have spent 1,400 GP already.
okay, give me a moment. That's 100. That's 1,000. That's 10,000 minus how much? 1,400.
That's
Okay,
right.
time to get my Excel out.
Boston.
I have Excel.
Boston, what did you want to do at the shop?
I was just gonna. First, I was gonna ask you like how fast my character is, like in terms of dexterity.
How fast? I think his speed is 30, or
Nope, it's
I
25.
double.
25.
Is it? Okay, I thought it might have been lower.
25.
So-
Pretty
That's
fast.
lower than average.
Yep.
Oh, okay. So I'm not.
Yeah, you are pretty slow.
Does he have any? I'm not stronger. Wait, no, I'm 4 foot tall.
Yeah, you're not big.
So I'm not.
So, you do see a very strange set of boots in the corner, if you want to look at those.
I do. Yes.
Oh no.
Okay, so after he finishes up with Eddie's character, the Warforged notices you looking at the boots, and he says, "These are boots of speed.
interesting. How much for them? Well, I asked him for them.
Okay. You ask what?
I asked him how much for the boots and what do they do besides give speed. What are like what are the
Okay.
what do they provide for me?
These boots double the wearer's speed. They are 12,000 GP.
You said how much? 12.
12,000 gold pieces.
Is there
That's a
anywhere?
really rare magical item.
Is there any way I can bargain at the price then?
Are you asking him that, or how do you want to do it?
Yeah, I'm asking him that. I'm pretty sure I
Okay.
have
All of my prices are weighted upon my contemporary shopkeepers, and all of the materials used and the time spent and effort to craft them. I do not intend to lower the price.
I mean, it is double. So you'd be going 50.
Yeah, it's 50. Like, what is the average speed for D&D?
30.
The average is 30.
Okay.
So, what is it? And it's 30 feet, isn't it? Is it feet? Yeah, it's feet.
Yes.
Is there any like? Is there just any like no swords or anything like daggers? Maybe.
Yes, there are plenty, and all of them look. There's definitely something that you can wield. What are you after?
I'll just go for. I'll just go for a sword. Just a normal sword.
A short sword or a long sword?
Long sword.
I don't know. We can look at your character sheet. I don't know what you're proficient in terms of weapon handling, if you have any.
Well,
But
before
let's take a look.
I had a scimitar and something else. Let me look
Okay.
at
Yes, you have a scimitar, a dagger, and
a staff.
are you proficient in any of them? Clubs, daggers. Hang on one second.
I actually got my Excel open and I have a money and I'm just gonna do calculations. Is that fine?
Yeah, absolutely. You have proficiencies in clubs, daggers, darts, javelins, maces, quarterstaffs, scimitars, sickles, slings, and spears. Any of that
By the
sound
way,
like something you'd want?
Take Baslam's character sheet with a grain of salt, because I helped him create it. I don't know if I did everything right, so.
Okay. Well, what do we know that you are proficient in scimitar and daggers?
Are there any daggers there?
Yes. 1 second.
I was trying to find designs that would fit a Dragonborn and I'm kind of... Okay, never mind. That comes up a little bit less short. With that page, see if I can get a better version of that image.
Um, 1 second, 1 second.
Is that Millie?
Yeah. She's in the other room with the door closed and you can still hear her. So you ask him about a dagger and he takes you to a small cabinet with like windowed glass, and in it you see a number of different daggers, but the one he points out, he says, "This is the ebb and flow dagger." It almost looks like the blade is made of glass or ice. He hands it to you, and it fits well in your hand. It's ergonomic even for your webbed grippers. And he says you can tether it with water and throw it at the target in range, and it will return to you.
Why did you just give him water, Mjolnir?
So you kind of tell. This is like. So you see. Yeah, this is for JP, by the way, out of character. You've seen the new champ on League, Nyla, right? And like how her weapon works. Is it kind of like that? Like it's.
It's not a whip. It's
Yeah,
a
not
it's
a
a
whip. It's like a
definitive
solid.
blade.
Yeah, like solid, but I can tether it and bring it back.
Yeah.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
And I guess I haven't played against her enough. Yeah. It
So Mjolnir
sounds
but a
similar.
blade
I don't
with
know
water.
exactly.
So
Mm-hmm.
and
And
Nyla basically, it's not her blade isn't a whip. It's a sword, but it just flows in a state because
okay.
it's made of water. So
Okay.
yeah,
Yes.
Nyla
Well,
is
this stays solid, but using water, you can bring it back to you. If I'm reading this right, like a whip, right? Almost like a rope dart, in that you can pull it back towards you.
you are. And since I have water spells, I can basically manipulate it, right? Is that what you're saying?
Yeah. I think we can make it work that way. So, basically, it makes 2 ranged attacks, and each deals water damage.
Okay. Asking
So
for it.
he points. Yeah, he gestures to it, taking it back from you. He says, "This will cost you 2,000 GP."
He doesn't like frogs, does he?
Where's Austin's character on his chest? I go over there.
My character just looks and he's like, he just crosses his hands. Is like, why don't I get anything special? He's like, is there anything you can do to my guitar?
Yes,
So my
certainly.
character just.
Did you? Sorry, but let me
So
finish with
do you
Boston.
buy
Did you want to
that?
buy that?
Oh,
If
yeah,
you
yeah.
buy that, we will have 6,600 gold GP left, which is a pretty grand sum.
Well, it's
And
not
then, yeah.
except that.
And
so
then, are you buying those extra arrows as well?
Yeah, sure. So I'll buy
Okay,
6
then
extra
for
arrows
those-
then.
So then that would be 400 GP, correct?
Okay, but I didn't hear. Boston, did you
How
say you
much
wanted to
do
buy
we-
it?
yeah, I do. I do.
And
Okay.
the arrows,
so
how much does the 6 extra arrows
If
cost?
they're 200 each.
200 each. 200 times 6.
It's 1200. Austin.
Give me a moment to do the math real quick.
So, Boston, so you can try to persuade NPCs and characters in D&D using a persuasion check. That is something that you can
I
attempt
may be
to do.
better for that though. Can I say something?
So
real quick, if you don't mind?
if you want to haggle, you can, but you do know now that he is, firm on his prices.
Yeah, so I won't even.
So it won't be easy to negotiate.
Would he be firm if I had what's my +5 to no, it's not +5. What's my I have a +8 performance. Jeez. Expertise is insane. That's put my expertise in again.
By the way, JP, yeah, I won't bother trying to persuade him or anything or haggle.
Okay. So
Well-
then yes, take the 2,000 away for that.
How much? Oh yeah, 2,000. I already took 2,000. We have
Oh, shit, we still need to
6,600
do our ship
minus the
registration.
arrows, which is 1,200 worth of arrows. Give me a moment to calculate in my Excel spreadsheet.
We still need to register our
So,
ship.
minus
Yes, you do.
sell. We still have 5,400 left.
Maybe we should
Okay.
go
So
do our
plus-
formalities for the ship first, then. Before we buy anything more.
Well, we already got
Maybe.
this dagger from you, right?
Maybe,
Yes,
but my
you got
character
the
still
dagger.
hasn't got like any special things yet. Like he still hasn't even like bought
Okay.
stuff. But we can do that if you want.
So
I don't know how much paper will
no,
cost.
that price included the 1,000 that he said. You gave him your items, so I thought you or
Yeah.
that's what I thought I understood. So he's gonna work on
I
them
am
for
gonna
you.
give them. Oh, okay, and that's just 1,000.
No,
Can I
that's already
say-
in there. When I told you it was 1450, so you've got the right amount of gold already, and he's gonna augment your items.
Oh, for the 1450. I do. Oh.
Yep, that was the price for the crossbow and the armor and weapons.
Oh, okay. Can I say how much would it cost to give any special abilities to my guitar? Any discretion is up to you. What you'd like to give
for
me?
the arrows.
Okay.
Yeah, I
yes,
already
yeah, you
added that. We have
subtracted that as well.
5,400.
So he takes the guitar from you, and
Yeah.
same thing. He just literally stares at it. However, this time he's standing there for a good like 3 minutes without moving. And
Oh, wow.
Warforged don't breathe. You all probably didn't notice this until now.
By the
he
way,
is
that's my whole
not even
spellcasting
moving.
focus. I can't even cast spells without that thing, so like I'm going to have to go back and get it once it's fixed up.
Yes. So he looks at it and he says, "These designs I am unfamiliar with. Who made this for you?"
Dear old friend of mine. An artificer like you, but not a warforged.
They are highly irregular and erratic in their design. This will take me a long time to augment, if that is what you wish.
I do wish it.
It can be done, but it will take time.
How much time do you think it would take?
I will need 1 week.
I asked the party, how long do we plan on staying here? Or can we come back here?
Does docking for the airship, does it cost, do we have to pay it every day, or is it just dock and done?
If it was every day, that would be way too much what we pay. That would be a lot of money.
Yes. You did not negotiate the specifics, so you don't know.
We'll find that out.
Fuck.
I mean, if so, we could always just move. Who knows? We could just park outside the city.
Well,
We
yes.
got fuel.
Yes, you do. It did come up in your conversation that there were other docks.
Yeah.
In the
I
previous,
turn to
session.
Eddie and I say, if we park right outside the city, we wouldn't have to pay docking, and I could have some more time to look at this map we got.
Yeah, because if we spend a week here, maybe we can find out what we want to do. And hey, maybe who knows? Be nice.
Mm-hmm. Is that what you would like to
Hell,
do?
being away from my guitar
Leave the
for a
guitar
week,
with
though.
me.
Yes. How much would it cost for the guitar to be augmented? Try not to mess with the design too much, though.
I will give you an estimate that I will stand by. It is hard to say, but I believe I can do it for another 1,000 gold pieces.
I turn to the people, or we fine with I give like a good minute to think. We fine with having 4,400 GP for a final total.
I'm good with it.
How much did you, you guys would each get, what, 3,000 something or other? So none of you have spent more than that.
I guess.
If you think about it in terms of dividing it in 3, right? Up to you again, but
Because I've probably spent the most out of here just because like I'm like buffing all of my stuff. But if anybody else wants to do the same, they
actually,
can because we can afford that.
you and Boslam are currently tied. Boslam has expensive
Oh.
taste.
Oh yeah, because he has Molnir, Waddle Molnir, which
Yep.
is a dagger.
Yep.
Is the dagger made out of waddle? Because if so, he has shaped waddle. He could make that thing to a great sword.
It can be infused with water, is how it's described, but it is not made of water. It is.
Oh, if it was made of
looks
water, he could make it
crystalline,
into
or...
a hammer. That would be hilarious if he just made it into a hammer.
So, is that what you want to do? You want to spend
Yeah,
the
and I tell him
additional
I'm not
1,000?
quite sure. Yeah, and I say I'm not quite sure on the augmentations you would do with it, so I'll leave that up to your wise discretion.
Very well. This excites me.
I tip.
All
I
right.
guess I tip my hat and I say good day. With something.
Okay.
More
So,
of a mockery,
you guys wanted to make your
more of a
way to
mockery in
the...
my mind, but oh well.
Okay. He doesn't seem to react to it anything more than just, slightly, very, very slightly bowing. And did you guys want to make your way to the registry? Is that right? To register
Probably
the ship?
best.
Okay. So I don't have any images for this one, but if you do so, you make your way back into the part of the city over the bridge again where the docks were, over by the trading company, the name of which I need to remind myself.
By the way, I sent 4 images of blades. I guess if you want, you can use one of those as as each of the blade types. I just sent whatever I saw and I looked up to see if anything kind of fit what would go with a dragonborn. What a wolf forge may think of a dragonborn, which is just quite literal.
Okay.
Like all these blades are quite literal.
Probably.
When it comes to dragon stuff.
Austin, just for reference, I'm just gonna be thinking of my blade as what Nightly uses, but shorter and more solid.
Okay.
Yeah.
So the you guys make your way back over to the docking area, over by the Verdun Trade Company, and just adjacent to their building is an absurdly lavish and expensive building with marble columns and large brass work everywhere, ordinating it.
I wonder where they got the funds for that. As I gesture
it looks
over
very
your
expensive.
ship.
And so you are greeted by similarly stuffy, uniformed people, as you were at the trade company, and they're all at elevated desks. So you actually have to look up at any of them. The one that you are assigned is an older woman, and that you go through quite a bunch of bureaucracy. She asks you at least 100 questions, and all of which she documents. You remember to say reasonable salvage as often as you can, and you do get the ship registry application set in front of you at the end of the drilling of questions.
How much is this gonna cost? I just say tiredly, how much is this gonna cost?
She tells you to register it with the to register in the municipality that you are in Foghaven. It will cost you 500 GP, and that will be registered as your home port. if you want to change it, you would have to show them and declare the registry you have, and whatever port you'd like to change it to, you can do so. Say if you wanted to, do it in the city where the guild is, but 500 GP, and you will need to, if you
Does
want
that,
now
like,
to change
register
the
to
name
whole
of the
city?
ship.
Does that
So
register it to the whole city, or like just that one port? Because I'd rather register it with a cheaper port, like a cheaper
it's
place.
not about right. It's more about tax purposes. It's so anywhere in the city that you are in, they're going to charge you the same price, and this is the only registry that you're aware of so far.
And then if I park somewhere else, I'm gonna have PO on my ass or something for like crossing borders.
If you park somewhere else,
Does the city
you'll.
with the guild
It's just a different fee.
Oh.
Does the city
Sorry?
with the guild have an airport?
Yes, there are not. So in the entire world, there are not that many airships, but larger port cities, like this one, Foghaven, and the city that the guild is in, especially the guild itself. All of, not Boston, but the two of you would know, and have probably seen one or two airships coming or going from the guild itself. The guild has its own airport. Small,
good, I have a
but it
radio
has
in my
one.
ears. I guess I'm finally going deaf.
Wait, and so it would cost more if we set our home port there than if we set it here.
So you can't set it there. You're registering the ship here, and this is she explains to you the way that this works is because it's reasonable salvage. You have to register your home port wherever you are, wherever the nearest port that you bring it to is, which is where you are now. So it's just a formality, right? It's just where the ship is registered to and taxed on.
How much is the tax? Or is it just the 500 and we're done with it?
It's just the 500.
Okay, but it's not like we have to do like a daily or week or monthly fee or whatever.
No. It's just the registration, and that's it.
Okay, well then.
Your additional fees and things that it's just going to be from docking.
I ask, how does docking work? Do we pay every day, or is it just we dock, we pay, and we're done with it?
She kind of rolls her eyes and tells you. Okay. Well, hang on. She tells you. Every dock is different, hon. I don't know.
Can you give me a moment? I'm writing a Word document because I want to write something down, and I just downloaded the Draconic font, the 5th edition Draconic font.
How about the dock right out there? Do you know about it there? How it is there?
No, hon, I don't know that. All I do is registry. That's a separate business.
I want to ask if I can change the name to this. I actually need to bring up the...
What are you gonna name it? What? Eddie? Or Austin? What are you gonna name it? Austin?
Give me a moment to think.
Austin?
That should be good.
What should be good?
A normal font. Give me one moment to make sure the font size is good enough for all of you. Let's put it to 48.
What are you calling it?
Say export this as a PDF.
Can't you just put it in chat?
Yeah, that's what I was doing, but I was making a Word document because it's using a very specific, very special font.
Yeah, but I think you can just copy the whatever you did
Oh
and
yeah,
just
but
put
it'd
it
be
in Discord.
it would be a Word file document, and it'd be a pain in the ass to look at. So I'm exporting it as something super easy to see. Change file type. I'd actually see if I can change this to. Never mind. Give me one moment, please, to put this in the thing. Well, it's like a very special font that I had to download. Does that make better sense?
Well, yeah, but can't you just copy the text and paste it in Discord? Most things, if you copy the font, the thing, it still works.
Even a special font that isn't even.
I think so.
Nope, it doesn't. It doesn't work.
Okay, then it doesn't.
You can do
Because it just sends it
Windows Shift
unformatted.
S. Windows Shift S, and then drag and drop. I mean, drag and copy it,
But I already have it exported.
and then you can paste it as an image.
Okay, so what are you going to name it in common?
You need to foresee this to get the bigger picture. Okay, I'm just gonna post the link. I'm just gonna flip it. Okay, is that fine?
Okay, but to continue
You
onward,
can just do a screenshot.
It's going to be the soaring dragon, but in Draconic.
That's a cool name. I was worried it was gonna be some other stuff.
No, I was gonna name it something cool, but I wanted it to be a surprise because this is actually actually in Draconic. Like Baslam probably can't even read it,
That's
but
cool.
I just scribble it down. Where did that save to again? Sorry, I'm doing things so quickly that I didn't even pay attention.
Okay,
I
I'm good
saved
with
it in the
that.
downloads, but, give me one moment. It's in my downloads.
So
Downloads.
she's gonna. I'm gonna save you some time.
This is what it looks like.
She's gonna look at the
This
paper.
is what it looks like.
Beautiful. That looks really cool. So she's gonna look at that and again roll her eyes, and she's gonna say, "All registration is done in common in Foghaven. If you want it to have the name that you've written here, you also have to do it in common."
Okay, and then I
You can tell that she's said that a
poorly
million
scribble
times.
it. I very poorly scribble the word this, just the spider, so that there. It's more of a very fast scribbling, there. Is that good? It's legible
Yeah,
enough.
Soaring Dragon is an unregistered name for a travel class airship. She takes out an absurdly large stamp and then stamps the ink and then stamps onto the registration paperwork. She gives you a copy, and you guys have now registered the Soaring Dragon.
Hell yeah.
I literally found a font that was D&D 5e Dragon's Draconic script. Because I wanted
that
it
looks
to
really
be in
cool.
Draconic.
Now you have to get it painted on the outside of the ship. That'd be cool.
Yeah.
How about we first?
I mean, it's wood. We could burn it. We have electricity. Well, I mean, he has electric breath power. He could just burn it into the wood.
Yeah.
Using,
I could also just burn our ship doing that.
Oh yeah, we could have a Hindenburg moment too.
Okay, how about we go back to the docks and ask around for... Oh my god, there's a wasp inside!
Oh dear.
Okay, anyway, how about we go back
everything
to
is,
the dock and ask
alphabetical.
what the docking fee is like. It's daily or...
Yeah.
So, real
Oh.
quick, Muslim, are you
Oh,
still with us?
Oh yeah.
I know you said you were strapped for time or didn't have a full... weren't able to do too much longer. How's everybody doing for time?
I'm good. Hey, Luke. How are you doing today,
How you doing
Luke?
for time?
Yeah, we can keep going.
Okay. Alright, so, as you make your way out and over to the dock, you are greeted by the same snooty dock officials in the same overly polished uniforms as when you saw them hours before. asking your questions about registration, she says that 200 GP is weekly. So you have a full 7 days from today, the day you arrived.
So we wouldn't need to leave. We can just keep docked then while we wait for the guitar.
Mm-hmm.
I would like to
You've already paid.
say something to
Yep.
the person who tried to underpay us with the gems.
Okay. The one
I would
that
like to say,
offered to
I
take
would
the
like
gems
to, yeah.
in lieu
I
of
would
payment?
say, yeah.
Yeah.
I want to say this. You know how much we got for those gems? How much you could have got if you gypped us out? Take a small guess.
Well, I certainly wouldn't tip you. I have no idea what they were worth.
10,000
I would have to
GP.
have gotten them appraised.
10,000. But
The smug look
luckily for,
the smug look turns to horror.
I just say, but luckily for you, we are not as we're not as stupid as the fools that you must play.
She says, "Humph," and gives you a slip of paper and marches off. On it, there's a detail of 5 repairs that the doc recommends. And the price at the bottom is another 500 GP, but they have not done the repairs. It's just the recommended ones.
What are the
Oh,
non-recommended
those.
ones?
What's that?
What are the non-recommended ones?
What are the non? So they just on the list. There's 5 things that they say need to be repaired. 2 modifications to the engine, because it is not up to like non-pirate
Code.
standards, and
Gotta love corporate.
there's a tear in a number of sails, and you need more air or gas, whatever's filling the balloon.
How much of that?
I
How
hadn't
much of
thought
that
about
could
that.
we do ourselves?
That seems like a bad
You'll
idea.
have to inquire about that. But you do have a list of things that you need.
Because
they haven't done
we
them
could
yet,
just-
but you can have them done.
500
Dude,
is
I
not
just-
that bad.
I don't think you understand. I live in a place where one of my school friends put a whole TV setup in the back of their pickup. I am the most redneck person. Like, I live in the most redneck place. I don't
This
think
is
you
not a good
understand.
idea.
If there's stuff that we can jerry rig up to just work good enough.
This is not a good idea.
I know it's not.
Alright, so
Yeah, we should probably pay
Boblin
it, though.
also. Boblin, as you guys are talking, she finally spots you, and she comes swinging from the top of the balloon on the
Wait,
ship
wasn't Boblin
from
with
a loose
us?
rope. Nope, you guys left her at the ship to watch over, because you guys were suspicious of the people that were trying to take advantage of you.
Gotta love corporate greed.
So she swings and smacks right into you, Drarthus. Yes. Make me a
Oh boy.
Constitution. Wait, no, Strength saving throw.
I get decked by a child.
You better not been messing with all my clothes without my permission. I got all kinds of nice clothes. You been trying on all my hats?
Wait, yeah, we
How long will the repairs take if we pay for them?
They walked away
Depends on how.
because Eddie was
depends on
rude
how,
to them.
Yeah.
What did
I
you
hold
say,
no corporate feelings.
Awesome?
I was just asking if we got the shipper.
Yes, you're just outside the ship right now.
Oh, okay. Okay, so I was just is it possible for like you guys to just leave me in the ship for now?
Yes,
Okay, so
that
can
is
we
possible.
yeah, can we do that? We don't have, like not right now. We can finish what we're doing right now and then do
Actually, this isn't a bad time because how long do you have that you can be out of water, for example?
An hour. No. He has to. No,
An
he has
hour?
to. He has to soak every day
in
for 1 hour.
yeah. I can be
Oh,
out
okay,
of
okay.
for a long time.
Okay, okay. But maybe it makes sense, like, if you want to leave your character here.
Okay.
Up to you. But, Dorothus, you are smacked over by a child, but you are able to keep your footing just barely. You weren't expecting her to hit you, so it knocks the wind out of you a little bit, but you stay on your feet. And she wraps her arms around you and says, "Drarar," and snuggles her face into your chest.
Does Boblin like hats?
Probably. As excited as she gets about everything, I'm sure she does.
My character doesn't know who this Boblin is, but I can just make inferences.
Well, you guys would have had the chance to spend some time together over the
Yeah.
journey here. Yeah.
What type of
So,
personality
guys
would
wanna
I
do
know
from here?
about Boblin so far? Like, what would I know about Boblin? Like, how does she behave?
She is exuberant, and everything excites her, and she's so full of energy, bouncing off the walls all the time.
Not sure how my character would react to that. Maybe if my character likes Boblin enough, maybe Boblin would get hats. Because I have, like, multiple hats, don't I?
Boblin, by this point, Boblin likes you. Whether you like her or not.
Yeah.
Okay, so I think it's best that we pay for the repairs. I know it's another 500,
Yeah.
but
Okay.
we barely know anything about the ship. Why the fuck do you think we're gonna be able to repair it?
And just get some needle and thread, maybe some duct tape, patch up the sails.
That's a good way of crashing our ship.
You know, we.
That's a good way to give your
you know,
more options for you to crash your ship.
Exactly.
the AO, any AO would do. All we gotta do is like, AO it up. Maybe I got some spells for that. I'm sure. Well, somebody I'm sure has.
You want to
has
know
some
what's gonna
spells for
happen
that.
if we don't pay for it? Our next session we're gonna get stuck in a storm.
We should definitely pay for it. And our ship is registered. So does that mean our ship is both registered in common and draconic? I'm not sure how that works.
So the official name, in terms of, you can write whatever you want on the ship, but anytime you need to dock, the official name is, yes, now registered as both the draconic and common. It's going to read the common first, but you can write on it whatever you want.
Okay.
But yeah, are you glad I used the correct font? Is that at least interesting?
I thought that was great. That's a great detail.
Okay, so
Yeah,
I
because
guess
I have Ward. I'm like, wait, I have Ward. I need to do something.
so I guess we're staying here for a week then, right?
Well, you guys are in a funny position. One of your casters' arcane focus is now in the shop. You have accrued a lot of expenses in the last few days.
we have a lot
but
of money.
You do have a lot of money left. Yep. So you're not in a bad position. So long as you guys don't get yourself into trouble, you're in a nice place. You know that much.
That's gonna be
you
harder
could,
than it sounds.
It probably is. You could. I mean, you've been sleeping on the ship. You could sleep on the ship. There's restaurants
need
aplenty.
an aid.
There's your
And, like,
basic
how much
needs are
would
met
food
as is.
Like to get.
You know,
like
I think
a
you're sitting in
king.
good.
It'd probably only cost us a couple GP to eat like a king, you know?
Every day to live exorbitantly is literally, yes, 2 GP at most, unless you go shopping. But if you want to
Yeah.
eat the most expensive food, sleep in the most expensive place, you're going to only spend about 2 GP per day.
Per person,
So like
or
we've got a lot of money. Yeah, most likely
Per person.
including Boblin or not including Boblin?
Boblin's gotta
Including
eat.
Boblin. Yep.
Yeah, Boblin's gotta eat in the most like we're gonna live in luxury, aren't we, for a couple days or for a week?
Probably for a full week if you wanted to, yes.
Boblin's gonna
and
have like
if you
the
want,
best food.
so if you guys want, we can kind of do the next session as like a time skip.
Yeah.
If you don't want to get into any trouble in that 7 days and you're on your best behavior, we can make that assumption, right? And we can do a time
That
skip.
depends. That depends on if you want
Yeah.
something interesting to happen in the city. If something interesting happens, you could do a semi-off. That could go to the.
Well, so I have some things
combat.
planned that will come up while you're here, but I don't want to throw some of it at you without your arcane focus, for example. So maybe we could do a
Still got
time skip.
acid breath, but I don't have my weapon
Yeah.
either. I have no weapons, no armor.
Right, or armor. Yep.
I'm just gonna unequip that. I still am gonna have it in my inventory, so it's ready when I do have it.
Also, during the day, I like study the map more, and when I'm not doing that, I like kind of teach Boblin to shoot the crossbow. Not the new one, the old one.
Okay. So I will
Me,
change
I'm
her.
most likely going to be like about town eating the best food. Probably just still sleeping
Okay.
on the ship, but I want to eat the best food available. Actually,
Absolutely.
is there pubs with expensive food? Because if I'm gonna eat the best food, I gotta have the best drink as well.
No, the pubs are not the best. If you want to go to a fine dining establishment, you're going to a proper restaurant. They serve
Oh yeah, and
all
they'll
of
have
the
wine.
yes, all of the
It's gotta
wine
be.
and liquors that you could imagine.
Is it gonna be like that Roman wine that has like lead as the sweetener? And I'm going to be drinking 20 milligrams of lead.
No, we will assume that there is no lead in the wine.
Yeah, that's because like the lead was made from the sapa and stuff, which was like boiled away in lead things. And
Yep.
the sweetener the sweetener wasn't the sapa, it wasn't stuff in it. It was the lead that was leached from the container. It's a sweet lead.
Right. Yeah. No, I've heard. Yeah.
And yeah.
It's a bit of a problem.
I mean, hey, my character would be more
as,
erratic because you'd have brain damage.
So, you know what? Let's do a mini time skip. Let's assume that you, and we'll leave it kind of at the end of this. We'll say that 3 days pass. During that time, you've had the necessary repairs done to the ship. You've made even more discontent between you, Austin, and the dock officials. They now hate you.
Good.
And Boblin can now fire the crossbow without shooting too much of the ship. You've only had to pay 5 additional GP in repairs since you started teaching her how to fire the crossbow. And that is part of the reason that the dock officials hate you guys. You have had some of the most incredible seafood, which the city of Foghaven is known for. And there was one night you were thrown out of a bar, Austin, for drinking just a little too much wine. Otherwise, you guys have had a great, restful 3 days.
How about?
Well, no, you made your way from the restaurant to the bar and kept drinking.
How
that's
and
what
how
did
much
you
have
win.
I spent so far?
You have
spent
spent in these 3 days 15
So-
GP between 4 of you.
Okay, I'm just
You were
gonna take
living
that out of my vault.
lavishly.
How much progress have I made on the
And
map?
also... Okay, the map, you found a cryptographer that you have an appointment with for the next session that we have IRL. And you've studied it yourself, and as far as you can tell, you've really only gleaned a little more information. But you've made this appointment. They were very busy, so you made it for the future in the next few days. So you'll go back and get more information from them.
Mm-hmm.
In your kind of walking around and traveling through the city, the 3 of you ended up in an armor shop at one point, and you saw Boblin was in tow. She was with you, and from the window she saw a suit of armor that would fit her, and she absolutely
How
went
much is it?
crazy. So excited.
How much was it?
It was 2,000 GP, and
Can I ball again?
it was a full... Well, you haven't bought it yet. You just saw it in the window. The price was
Can we
listed
go
there.
in?
So if you want to bargain, it'll be next. Well, okay.
Oh,
How much
I
time do
just
we all
wanna see
have?
if we could do that now.
I'm still good.
Do you have
for-
enough time to buy one
Okay.
thing? I have high persuasion.
We can do the armor scene, and then we'll call it there.
Okay. Oh, yeah, I just wanted to
give
do
me
that one last
couple
scene if
minutes to set
everyone's
it up.
fine with it. If no one's fine with it, then no one's fine with it. But if we have time, we might as well. So technically, time skipping over it. You know. Oh, well,
Yeah. Are you
not
good with
over
that?
it.
Are you good with that, Stappy? Bosslim, if you need to go, don't worry,
Yeah.
you can go.
Do I still have that
wait,
potion of water breathing? Did I ever use
long?
that?
How long more is this? Is this?
Or is it?
Probably another 15-20 minutes. I don't imagine longer than that.
Nah, I think. Yeah, I'm just gonna stay on the ship.
Okay,
And,
okay.
Yeah, you guys can continue. with-
Also, I don't know, but I might not be able to make next week.
All right. That's okay.
I mean, if we need to postpone, we can postpone. That's no big deal generally.
Yeah, no worries. Okay.
So I'm getting right.
Yep, you're all good. We're just gonna do a shopping scene one more, and then we're gonna call it there. So you can go now, anytime, no worries.
I
Awesome, yes.
still have that potion of water breathing, don't I?
You do. Sorry, what was that, Bossum? I didn't hear.
I think someone just said goodbye or something like that.
Okay, okay. All right.
So I guess he's still on the ship while we're doing this.
Yeah, well, we'll assume that you left him.
He was too busy in the hot tub to go shopping with Boblin.
He was too busy
Just
doing
one
hot tub
second,
streams to come with us.
Yep. Okay.
Sounds right. And just one second, guys. I'm trying to find the image
I mean,
of
if we
the armor
can't find
because it
any
is
paint,
priceless.
if we can't find any paint, we could just use our own blood to write a name on a ship.
That seems
Right.
like a bad idea.
Sure, we'll lose a bit of blood. We use a lot of blood. Like, you know.
Yes,
mean,
you
way
will
to make a
definitely. That is
personalized chip.
definitely a bad idea.
Way to make a personalized chip.
I think the pirates will respect you for it, but
We just dock
might
and they're
get
like,
some other-
these pilots. Either people
Alright.
love me or they just hate me. Either people love my character or they just hate my character,
So,
which is like good.
there's the armory that you are in, and I just sent you a message with the full plate goblin child-sized armor
Is that from
that
Dark
Boblin
Souls?
saw in the window.
That's a very
Yes, it is.
chunky armor.
And
Is Goblin gonna look bad in that?
Goblin is gonna look badass in that. And every time you go by this shop, she's just like wide-eyed and whimpering, like begging without begging for the armor.
I want to go in and I
so
want to
as you walk
talk
in-
to the person. I mean, I want to see like how does she behave?
Okay.
Because I want Boblin.
Yes.
I don't know if I want her to be happy. I want her to quit begging me. It's like,
Mostly she would have been begging Drawthus because she feels closest to Drawthus, but
Yeah, 'cause I flipped the
you
goblin
know,
out
she's
of the
definitely.
window.
What's that?
Yeah, 'cause I flipped the goblin out of the window.
I don't know
Yep.
if I should use intimidation
She's-
or I should use
and-
persuasion.
Yeah. Alright, so
Well, I could use deception because I have +6 to deception, +6 to intimidation, +5 to persuasion.
alright, give me 1 second. So there the owner of the shop is a goblin.
Is he wearing super
and-
fancy stuff?
Yes, you're in the higher end of town. As
Am I
the
wearing all of my best clothing?
guard described it. I can only assume that you haven't taken it off.
Nope.
So,
My character goes over and said, how much for that suit of grand armor you have?
so the goblin, in a very funny voice that I probably can't do justice to, it's, once they start speaking, you can't tell from all of the gaudy clothing that they're wearing, but it's actually a female goblin. And she says, yeah, that'll be 2,000 GP.
Do you think you could go a little lower for, can I show Boblin off? For this little fella?
Yes.
Boblin's a
You
girl,
can,
by the
you
way.
can definitely do that.
Huh?
Yes, Boblin is a girl.
Yeah. Can you send a photo, Boblin? You have photo?
Yes, 1 second. Yes, we do.
And why did you flip a goblin out a window, to be precise?
Well, see, we found Boblin in a barrel. We took Boblin to the goblin camp. Goblins came back with us. Boblin wanted to go on an adventure. The goblin pointed at me, told me, "You arm wrestle me for it." I arm wrestled them, and I flipped them out a window.
Oh, did you get a nat 20 or something?
Yep. That was my first nat 20 of this campaign.
Did he die?
It was what a fortuitous it was. It was great.
Did he die
No,
when he flew out the window?
but
I want to show
They went
off and I want to
flying,
be
so
like,
he-
do you think you go a little lower for this little fella?
so her eyes widen. You haven't. This is the first goblin you've seen in this city, and based on her reaction, they must be pretty, uncommon. So she gets very excited, and she looks down and goes around the counter, gets down on her knees, and starts talking to Boblin in the goblin language. and the two of them go back and forth. Boblin being very shy, and it's neither of you guys know the Goblin language that I know of, and so
No, not unless I had spells.
Well, I have it, but I
the
don't
store
think I should
owner.
use it.
What's that?
Well, I have comprehend languages, but I don't think I should use it.
Yeah, that
Okay.
may be like me
so-
or something.
But they go back and forth, whatever the language is, and talking to each other.
Would you be upset
Boblin
if I
just
became a necromancer? As a bard, you can
in what
become a
context?
necromancer. No, as a bard, you can literally choose like 3 of any spells from any spell list. You can become a full necromancer. As a
Yeah,
bard.
no, you can be a necromancer. That's
Because
fine.
that
But,
would just make him even more self-righteous. Maybe he'd even eventually become a lich. Like, I don't know how not self-righteous, how, like, self-absorbed he's gonna get as a character as he
Yeah.
builds.
Okay, well, we can talk about it. That doesn't bother me, though, if you want to
I
go
mean,
into
hey, if
necromancy,
he's
but...
gonna do metal music, he needs to raise the dead, doesn't he?
It would be fitting. Alright, so...
Actually, now that I think about it, I just want to do necromancer stuff because I've never really done it much. And that is actually fitting, since he does, literally do that kind of music.
So the goblin armorer stands up and addresses you, Stappy. And she slaps her arm across her chest and kind of bows to you. And she says, anything for a great war chief. How much coin have you brought?
What? I'm the war chief now, huh? I don't know.
Are you saying that in character?
No. I don't know. Did we just bring the chest again, or what did we do?
I don't know. I
Well,
don't
you're
think we're
negotiating,
prepared to spend
right?
that much
So
money.
what she's saying is she's asking for your offer. Is basically what she's implying.
What is the lowest I could? What is the lowest she wants for it?
She's asking for 2,000 GP, but now she says for a great war chief she would do anything.
I don't know. Whatever she
I mean,
wants.
50% off would be a pretty good deal. That's your call,
Are you saying that in
because
character?
My character has a very high persuasion, so maybe he might be able to. It's just, would my character really?
All right.
I'm just trying to debate if my
How
character
do you
would
guys-
stay out of this or not. Like, would
Yeah.
he?
All right. So what do you want to
Let
do?
me flip a coin. Let me flip a coin.
As it stands, that's the last thing that was said. Was that she said, for a great war chief, anything.
Give me one moment. Where's my
Well, I
D20?
asked her how much.
That's a D12.
How much is the least you will want for it?
Okay, he's staying out of it.
So she nervously says, "Well, materials were expensive, so I'd like to at least make back the material price. But Gara here is very sweet. I would like to do her a favor, and for a warrior chief of my kin, you certainly garner the respect needed for me to give you a more than fair price." So she says, would you be okay with 1,300 GP? 1,300.
And that's then like just the material price, or
Oh, probably.
It would cover her costs. And she says, I could also give her a weapon as well.
in that 1,300.
Yes.
What kind of weapon?
She pulls out a very large dagger that, when she hands it to Boblin, looks like it proportionately looks like a short sword while she holds it. It is very jaggedy
go
and
get
rough
the
around
gold.
the edges.
We haven't
Let's
bought
assume
the gold.
the gold.
So... Oh, okay.
Let's assume you have it.
Okay. Because my character's
Since
about
you
to
came
run
to the shop.
ship.
No, let's assume, because you're going shopping, you know you need some gold, so let's assume you have it.
So, we're buying that, I assume. So minus 1,300.
Yeah. Let's
Is that
give
what you
like
guys wanna do?
100 extra, just because she was nice.
Oh, plus 100, yeah. Let me
So
add that.
1,400.
If my math is correct in this spreadsheet, we have 2,480 gold left.
That
That's
does
still
sound
quite
right.
good. That's still quite good.
Just went on a shopping spree. It is. It's still a lot of gold for a level 3 character. Alright, so... it takes a few minutes, but piece by piece they put the full plate mail on to Boblin to see if it fits, and it does, like a glove. It completely covers her.
How much AC does that
And-
give her? Does that give her like full plate armor? Does she like have like an 18 AC? 18.
I
19
don't have the
AC.
stat block, but it's probably not that much because she's pretty weak. I'll have to do that afterwards, and I'll let you guys know. But the gist of it is she is adorable in it, but the echo reverberating from the armor makes her incredibly intimidating. She sounds like a full-grown orc, not like a little baby goblin girl.
That just
Yay, well-
that just sounds like it would make it even cuter.
No, with you all knowing what's inside under the can, right? Like, it's definitely adorable. You can't help but be like, "Oh, you little murder muffin."
Murder muffin! Oh fucking hell, I love that. Murder muffin, fucking hell.
And she loves it. She's jumping up and down, running around, swinging the sword. Well, to her a sword, but it's really just a dagger. And there's like a practice dummy in the back corner, and she like just starts going at it. And after the transaction, the goblin armor, she turns to you and says, "If there's anything you need, War Chief, just come and ask."
What do you mean by war chief?
Are you asking her?
Yeah.
She says, "What do you mean, what do I mean? You are the salvation of these people. Great and powerful War Chief."
I never knew that. This is the first I've heard of it.
Gara spoke of you very fondly. She said that you saved her people
That's
through
probably
various means of combat.
I mean, that's true, but maybe not war chief.
She says that you were the one who beat in combat her previous chief. That makes you the new War Chief.
Oh. So what you're saying is I have a goblin army.
You are. Technically.
That's how Gara sees it.
Wait. How many goblins can fit into our airship?
We have a crew. We have a crew.
They're very
Oh,
far
yeah,
from
see,
where you
we
are
have
now,
troops.
but
But we could fly there.
That's-
We have an airship
You
that
could.
isn't just for sea, that's for all land.
Mm-hmm.
Does my character know anything about war chiefs? Does like he know that we might have an army at our disposal?
Let's do a history check because just offhand, I would assume you don't know anything about goblins outside of Boblin here. From your isolated upbringing. But let's roll a history check. We'll see what you've picked up on the road.
I don't know how much I trust this because sometimes D&D Beyond just loves to give me bad rolls, but let's. Oh, this is the Alma place. I think I've used this image before. 14. Don't know if that's like. Wow, 14. Okay, well, what do I know?
13. So, you know that they are loyal to one another. The goblins are very skilled craftsmen in weapons and armor. Not precise, not pretty usually, but like well-made weapons. And you know that there are many goblins in this land, but you have no context for what that means. How many
What's
like
a
numbers
war
or
chief?
what?
I just blurred out, and what the hell is a war chief? I sound super ignorant and super like, so what is this? Hear it so much, but I don't know what that means.
Who are you asking? The goblin, or are you asking
The big
Tarthus?
goblin. Big goblin. She was the one talking war chief this, war chief that.
War chief is the strongest of every clan. They protect and fight in times of war.
Is that all she says? So they're not like a leader or something?
Well, that's the implication. But if you ask her, yes, they lead. They make the decisions in war, and they lead outside of war.
So you're saying if we had a bunch of them, if you're saying if we had a war chief, we could fill an entire airship with them.
Maybe so.
Actually, would my character think of that? Because that's what I thought of. That was my immediate thought. So does that work enough for my character?
Well,
I don't know.
that's up to you. It sounds right, I guess. Yeah.
So if we had, so what you're saying is we may have a new crew.
Now she just looks confused and goes and plays with Boblin, swinging a little sword, sparring with her.
I don't think she understands that we own an entire airship, does she? Because they're probably not very common.
I mean,
well, she is, living in this city. She would have seen them coming and going, but she might not assume that you have one.
Okay, well that sounds like a fun thing we could do later.
yeah. I think it's best if we stop because I think I need to go on a walk with Sophie.
Yeah. Unleash
okay. Yeah, this is a good place to
horde.
end it.
We just like have like a docking thing, like a bridge that we can unleash.
No,
Unleash
it's a small
the
town.
horde. and then like 50 goblins just start fighting. That'd be amazing.
I love the idea of this.
Well, she did call him a
Alright,
war chief. And if they find him as a war chief, then we might not have a skeleton crew anymore. We can put it that way.
Yeah. So, yeah, this is a good place to end it. I've got to go too. I've got to get going to bed. And yeah, thanks guys. It was fun.
Yeah, hopefully it was fun. Hopefully I didn't overstep too much because my character's a little bit more, I don't know, diplomacy based. I guess I can say he's more of a talker.
Oh yeah,
No.
JP, when do you want to look into the arrows?
I'll let you know. We could maybe find a time that the three of us can meet up and we can work on character stuff.
Okay.
Yeah. Actually, if you can't do Can you maybe just, since we're gonna postpone, let's just do it over the weekend?
Well, no, I'm not sure that I can't make Sunday. But I
Oh, I
could
thought you said
very
you
well
couldn't,
make
sorry.
it. It's kind of up in the air,
Okay.
like right
Well-
now, if I can or can't.
Okay, let's do it middle of the week then, just in case. We'll work on leveling you up and go through the arrows.
Okay.
My performance is +8. Is that pretty decent?
Yeah, that's pretty decent.
So like,
Especially
it's
at,
gonna be difficult.
level 3.
It's gonna be difficult. That's because apparently bards get expertise. And you already know like how good expertise is, right?
Yeah.
I assume.
Well, I'm
Yeah,
gonna have
because I have
to
my
figure out
expertise.
meta
Yeah,
magic.
no, this is a good thing.
I have expertise in perception and performance. And I think I can get some more spells that I can't use for a week. Yeah, 1 extra spell. Ooh, a second level though. Zone of Truth might be good. Suggestion's also good because I can force people to do things. Okay. Do I want to
Alright.
force people to do things
Those are
or do
great.
I want
But I've gotta get going, guys.
Yeah, same.
I'll see you.
I gotta get going. Alright, bye. Have a good night.
See ya.
Or afternoon, wherever it is.
See ya.
Alright, well, guys, I hope you enjoyed, and I hope to see you next one. Hope you have a great rest of the day, evening, night, whatever it is where you're at. And yeah, I'll see you guys in the next one.